Hello students, today we are going to deal with one of the interesting topics in poetic device, that is figure of speech. Now what is a figure of speech? Sometimes what happens that many poets and writers, they don't want to express themselves in simple and easy language. So they use decorative words in order to beautify their words or expressions. So these decorative words are nothing but figures of speech. For example, if I want to say he fought bravely in the fight, but I don't want to say it in a easy language or simple language. I want to express it in a beautiful manner. So I will say he was a lion in the fight. So this is what? This is a figure of speech. So we can say that figure of speech is a language which is used to draw a picture mentally to convey a message or idea in a much quicker way, effectively and vividly. As you can see in the picture, today we are going to deal with these figure of speech: simile, metaphor, personification, hyperbole, apostrophe, oxymoron and onomatopoeia. Let us start with our first figure of speech, that is simile. Now what is a simile? When two things of different kinds have one common characteristics and are compared with each other, such type of comparison is called simile. Now students, as you can see in the picture, the words such as like, as and so are used in simile in order to make the comparison between thing 1 and thing 2. For example, our soldiers are as brave as a lion. Here, soldiers are compared to lion because they have one thing in common, that is bravery. Here, the comparison is made with the help of the word as. Now, students, we can see the second example, that is she is like an angel. Here, she is compared to an angel because they have one thing in common, that is beauty. And this comparison is made with the help of the word like. Now in the third example, love is patient and so is my mother. Here, love and mother are compared with each other because they have one thing in common, that is patience. And this comparison is made here with the help of the word so. So you can see that the comparisons are made with the help of the words like, so and as. Our next figure of speech is metaphor. A metaphor is an implied simile. Here, a comparison is made taking for granted that both the things are one. In metaphor, the words such as, so, and like are not at all used to show the comparison. For example, if I want to say that our soldiers are as brave as a lion, I won't say our soldiers are as brave as a lion, but I will say our soldiers are lion. Let us see some more examples of metaphor. The camel is the sheep of the desert. Here the camel is compared to the sheep of the desert without using the words such as like, as or so. Next example is life is a dream. Here life is compared to a dream, but there is no such use of the word like, as or so. Next figure of speech is personification. In this figure of speech, non-living things, objects or ideas are treated as if they are persons. That means they are spoken of as a living thing. Emotions, desires, sensations, gestures, speech are all non-living things and these are given human qualities here. For example, the sun smiled at us. Here the sun is given the human quality of smiling. Let us see few other examples of personification. The stars danced playfully in the moonlit sky. In this example, the stars are given the human quality of dancing. The next example, opportunity was knocking at her door. In this example, opportunity is given the human quality of knocking the door. So that means they are personification. Let's see what is an apostrophe. An apostrophe is an exclamatory figure of speech. In this figure of speech, any absent or non-existent person or thing is addressed as if it is present and capable of understanding. It means it is a direct address to the dead, absent, or any personified object. Let us see the first example. Life, I cannot understand you. Here, students, we can understand that somebody is talking to life or addressing with it. Now look at the next example. Why don't you ever work, you stupid computer? Now here we can understand that someone is addressing to computer which is only a thing. Next figure of speech is hyperbole. Hyperbole is a statement which is exaggerated or overstated. It is done for expressing something forcibly and clearly. Let us see the first example. The river of blood flooded in the battlefield. Here we can understand that the river of blood was not flooded, but actual meaning is there was lot of bloodshed in the battlefield. Let us see the other examples of hyperbole. You are brighter than the shiniest star. Here the beauty of the girl is exaggerated. Her brain is the size of a pea. Here the functionality of the mind or the brain is exaggerated. It is said to be like the size of a pea. Our next figure of speech is onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is a word which imitates the natural sounds of a thing. It means it is a word which is the sound of that thing. Let us see the examples. The buzzing bee flew away. Here, in this statement, what is the sound of the bee? It is buzz. So it is onomatopoeia. The next example, the large dog said bow wow. In this statement, what is the sound of the dog? Bow wow. So it is onomatopoeia. In the next statement, the snake slithered and hissed. Here, the sound of the snake is hissed. So it is onomatopoeia. Now let's see what is oxymoron. Oxymoron is the figure of speech containing words that seem to contradict each other. It means here contradictory words are used. Oxymorons are extremely useful in written English. That is, it can make effective titles, add dramatic effects, add flavor to speech. Also, it can be used for comedic effect. Let us see few examples of oxymorons. It is an open secret. Here, two contradictory words open and secret are given. Next example, all the politicians agreed to disagree. Here, two opposite words are given, agreed and disagree. Third, he is clearly confused in his decision. Here, two contradictory words like clearly and confused are given. Hope you all are clear with these figures of speech. Also, remaining figures of speech will be explained in part 2. Thank you.